Hi, this is Matthew Hill from Brock Urban Projects. Today we're going to be talking about Blackwood Park in Craigburn Farm, niche at Hillbank, plus I'll also give you an update on the dunes in Port Hughes. Thank you.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Open House. Hope you enjoyed In Daily, in particular Tanika's news reading. What did you think?
Oh, superb. Yeah.
Matty Hill, welcome.
Thanks, Maltz. Good to see you.
Really new concept. We've listened to public opinion, and what we've learnt with these these programs are shorter is better. So we're going to just cut to the chase. We're going to get our very, very best people on, as in you, young Matty Hill.
Fantastic.
We're going to talk to Nathan Bassett a little bit later on. But before we do, I believe we're going to have a look at Blackwood Park and niche at Hillbank.
That's right. Absolutely. I'll give everyone a bit of an update on what's happening out there, and in particular regarding Enviro Development accreditation. It's a bit of a mouthful, but yeah, we'll look forward to talking about that shortly.
So the best thing to do is to have a look at the recording first,
yes,
and have a chat to you afterwards. So ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Matty Hill's pre-record from Blackwood Park and niche at Hillbank, Adelaide Development Company Developments.
Welcome, thanks for joining us. I'm here today with Nick Drummond from Adelaide Development Company, and we're in the beautiful Blackwood Park in Craigburn Farm. And we're here today to talk about Blackwood Park and also niche at Hillbank. But firstly, Nick, tell us what's so unique about Blackwood Park and niche at Hillbank that we'd like to talk about today.
Well, basically, the main thing for both developments is the environments that we've developed around and within. And both of those sites have actually received accreditation for environmental development. And protecting the open space and the existing trees has been one of the major parts of achieving that accreditation for both developments.
Okay. Fantastic. And what is Enviro Development? Tell those who are unfamiliar with the development scheme.
Enviro Development is it's a scientifically based branding system developed by the Urban Development Institute in Queensland, and that's spread out through Australia now. It's basically an opportunity for developments that are excelling in environmental sustainability areas to actually have their projects independently certified to gain recognition of the achievements that they've made.
Fantastic. And I think from where we sit, being involved in project marketing, it's particularly interesting for us in that developers are becoming more and more environmentally sensitive and aware, and passing that on to those who are the end purchasers. So tell us, the Enviro Development has various leaves or icons that you can achieve. What are the various aspects that you can achieve accreditation for?
Yep. Enviro Development has 6 elements. They are ecosystems, waste, energy, water, energy, and community.
Energy twice.
Energy twice. More materials.
Materials.
Sorry.
Thank you.
And Blackwood Park and niche both achieved 4 of those elements, being ecosystems, energy, waste, and community.
Fantastic.
And we really excelled in both developments with the ecosystems element. For example, Blackwood Park, as part of their negotiations for planning approval, we've actually handed over 60% of the site, or that will actually be open space. So a lot of that is actually being transferred to Sturt Gorge Rec Park. So it's a fantastic opportunity that we can give back to the community in that way.
Fantastic. And before we talk about niche, for those who haven't yet been to Blackwood Park and seen, we're actually standing right at the edge or the brink of where the beautiful display homes are. The Dowling up here is James, Scott Salisbury, just to name a couple of them, and of course my beautiful house, which I'm proud to live in here. It's a spectacular place. Do you think there's an association that can be accredited to Enviro Development and the saleability or the appeal for those who do want to live in it?
I definitely think so. It's the Blackwood Park environment is what attracts a lot of people here, and Adelaide Development Company, before Enviro Developments came along, we're actually doing a lot of things that you needed to achieve Enviro Development, but we saw it as a way to actually test ourselves against other developments around the country. and we're very pleased that we're able to achieve 4 of the leaves, and it's almost I suppose suggesting to the market that look, we're here to try and protect as best we can the environment, and also create beautiful developments at the same time.
Absolutely, it certainly is. For those who aren't familiar, have a look on blackwoodpark.com.au. If you get completely lost, give us a call at Brock Urban Projects on 8203 1288 to talk about the other project that you're also involved with, which also has environmental accreditation. Tell us about Niche at Hillbank, and I know you're a little backward in coming forward about how much Adelaide Development Company has achieved and how spectacular the projects in the States are that you're involved with. Tell us about Niche at Hillbank.
Yeah, well, Niche was actually the smallest residential subdivision in Australia to achieve Enviro Development accreditation, which we see as a great achievement. It is a challenging site with a lot of slope, similar to Blackwood. Being in the northern suburbs, there's not a lot of sloping sites out that way, but with the slope, we actually can offer fantastic views all the way across the northern plains, and you can actually see the Gulf of St Vincent from there. So it's got its challenges, but we've been able to get through that from learning from our experiences at developments like Blackwood Park and Flagstaff Pines. And it borders or very close to the Little Parra River, so there's a very there's an ecosystem there that we want to make sure we protect. So we've been doing everything within the development to make sure that does happen.
Fantastic. And for those also who aren't familiar with that project, have a look on findyourniche.com.au, or again have a look at brockurbanprojects.com.au if you're completely lost or would like to have a look at those projects. It really is awesome to note as well that Adelaide's own Adelaide Development Company are the first Australian development company to have multiple projects that have Enviro Development accreditation. It's a bit of a mouthful. So fantastic job, and it's also worth noting that some of Adelaide's leading builders have assisted with some house and land packages in Niche, just to avoid anyone getting confused about what it would really cost to produce something on a product such as Niche. So thanks very much for your time, Nick. It's been a real pleasure, and thanks very much everyone for joining us.
That was excellent, Matty.
Thanks, mate.
No, very well done. Young Nick Drummond, very good fella. What is actually happening down there? What's the real go from your point of view?
Well, Blackwood Park's now almost sold out of Node 1 in the new section, and Node 2's just about to get underway. Nick's the project manager for Adelaide Development Company on both of those projects that we've been looking at, and we're really cracking along. We're already starting to plan the new sales village there, and both of those with their Enviro Development accreditation shows a real responsibility from developers these days to being a bit more sensitive to the environment.
Can you just delve a bit deeper? What does that actually mean to the average consumer out there?
In essence, a lot of developers are creating some fantastic projects in the States right around Australia. It's just developers taking that forward step and making sure that they leave a future for our children, our children's children, in the way they go about creating these developments and being just that bit more sensitive. Incidentally, just as an update for everyone, the dunes at Port Hughes, which we spoke about last time, is now going through for accreditation also, which is really, really exceptional for a project which has some fairly challenging areas, particularly in relation to water, which they've now completely got under control, and just leading the way as far as what's going on out there. An update regarding what's happening in the dunes is that they are now well underway with rolling out the turf on the first 9 holes.
Fantastic.
Memory's sake, I think they're going for about 4,000 square metres of turf every single day, which means they cut the turf each night, they drive through the night, and there are people loading it out. If you've ever done turf rollout, that's a hell of a big job. That's a very big job.
Well, I better do those, practice my swing. When does that open up?
Absolutely. So they'll be finished, the first 9 holes being rolled out by Christmas time. The display village will be well underway. We'll have probably 3 or 4 of the display homes open by Christmas, so head up there and have a look then. And the golf course will be bedded down over the coming months following that and playable by Easter.
Beautiful. I heard Greg Norman might even be flying in again in November.
End of November, Norman's coming out for a further inspection, and he'll certainly be out to play it again when it's playable.
Fantastic. Just want to quickly, Adelaide Development Company. Now, they've been around a long time. They're
one of the oldest companies in Adelaide, that's right.
Yeah, really well respected. They've seemed to come up with these absolutely ripping developments. What more have they got? Have they got anything else in the pipeline?
They've got another one down south, Franklin Island, which used to be the old trotting track adjacent to the St Luke's Salvation Army camp. Superb quality there, and they've got a lot of really spectacular homes available in house and land packages, and also a display village open. And they do have numerous sites around the place that they've had on their books for some time, and they do create an exceptional product. In fact, I've bought and built in one of theirs myself.
Well done. That's a glowing recommendation, Matt. Websites, how can people find these?
If you get completely stuck, just go to brockurbanprojects.com.au. But the Dunes at Port Hughes is thedunesporthughes.com.au, blackwoodpark.com.au, or findyourniche.com.au.
Might get Heidi to actually put that up on the screen.
That'll help everyone.
A little bit
follow
easier.
the dotted lines.
Follow the bouncing ball. 3 really, really good developments. Fantastic to hear the Enviro developments really coming in. A little bit of responsibility for the future, as you mentioned before, Matt.
Yeah, and Nick Drummond's actually the representative for South Australia for Enviro Development, which is an urban development institute associated area there. So they're doing a fantastic job, and Nick's just a great bloke. So it was a pleasure to see him again.
If people want to find out more about that specific area, they could give Nick a call.
They could certainly give Nick a call at Adelaide Development Company, and he'll very much he'd be pleased to help them.
Matty, thank you very much for joining us. 3 fantastic developments. You do a wonderful job for our organisation, Brock Harcourt's Urban, or Brock Urban.
Brock Urban Projects, that's right. Yes.
Haven't got the Harcourts
Not
in there
just yet. Yeah, no.
We'll get there with that, Matt. Matt Hill from Brock Urban Developments, thank you very much for joining us. Fantastic having you. We're going to throw to a break. Straight after the break, I'm back with Nathan Bassett.
Thanks for joining us today. If you'd like any other details, please give us a call 0408 444 811, or you can call our office on 8203 1288.